Welcome to We Are South County. I'm Jim O'Callahan, President and CEO of the South County EDC. We've had the pleasure of meeting with a couple of different companies here in South County that really truly embody what South County is about. Many have started here, grown here, but really celebrate the community that is South County. I can't picture any company that celebrates our binational community any better than the CEO of Energy Communications, Patricia Alvarez. And I'd like to welcome you today to joining us here on We Are South County.
Thank you, Jim. I'm delighted to be here and to talk a little bit about the South County.
Absolutely. So, Patricia, tell us a little bit about your company, Energy Communications, and why South County.
Energy Communications, the most important thing that has been doing over the last 32 years is representing Televisa entities broadcasting from Tijuana and Mexicali on the US side. And we have been the representative, and that means we do their media sales and we do their promotions and the marketing in all the US. We started out in Coronado, 5 years. Then we moved to Mission Valley, and we thought moving to Chula Vista, and we have been here for the last 22 years. And we are delighted because we feel we have like one leg in the US and another one in Tijuana. So, it was about the culture and the market that we serve. And we found Chula Vista to be no other place closer than that.
Yeah, you mentioned having operations on both sides of the border and representing such a binational organization. South County is all about our binational relationship. So could you share in your experience how over the 32 years with Energy Communications especially, you've seen that change in the relationship between our businesses on both sides of the border and our communities?
Sure. I think we're talking about globalized economies. And this is a pure example of an economy that is integrated by two countries. It becomes one region. And what I have seen is the interdependence that exists between both cities, San Diego and Tijuana, in business, in schooling, education, traveling, you name it. And we both depend from each other. If you want to talk about the maquilas and how Tijuana depends on the jobs that were created by US companies, and the same over here, how many jobs were created also to satisfy the needs of the border crossers. It's incredible. We are one region. You cannot separate it. And I have seen that over the years. I have seen the growth. I have seen how dynamic the Hispanic market has been in the South Bay.
Absolutely. And your organization really helps celebrate a lot of the successes and share information with folks on both sides of the border. How have you seen companies rally to support Televisa Energy Communications, and how has their involvement changed with communications?
Throughout the years, it has been a challenge for many companies. For one is to understand the potential and the purchasing power that the Tijuana population has, and change a little bit their way of thinking about the concepts that they had from Mexicans, people living in Tijuana. We, through research, have captured many clients, and they have seen incredibly great results from marketing and tapping to this growing market. It has been incredible. And as we speak, we have more and more clients converting their advertising into the Hispanic market.
That's amazing. And that's something, we work with companies on both sides to help them try and understand how we are one region in those two countries, and communication is important both ways. So that's amazing. With production, how do you work cross border? You have a team on both sides and you have people, trying to get the stories. How does that all work?
We do. One of the goals of Televisa is to satisfy both communities, because we understand that our airwaves are in Tijuana, but we transmit to San Diego. We are on Cox Cable, AT&T, and our over-the-air coverage is incredibly. So we are devoted to both communities. So we have 4 newscasts, and what we do, we have newscasters getting across every day, and covering the things that are happening in San Diego, especially those affecting our market, the Hispanic market that we serve. That's what we do.
Now, here in San Diego, you recently helped spearhead the opening of what's an amazing facility at our Seaport Village. You want to tell us a little bit about how that came to be and what it's going to serve?
Sure. We are very blessed to have this partnership with Seaport Village. And the idea is to get a win-win situation. We will be promoting Seaport Village to people go and see the expansion and the new businesses that they're going to be having. And we're going to be premiering. We are open already. And what we're doing is people who did not feel comfortable going south of the border to our studios, getting interviews and talking to our community. We have this studio for that purpose. And it could be used by clients. It could be used by taping commercials or interviewing politicians, business owners, what have you,
Yeah, and it's beautiful when we got to see it. I guess it was a little over a week ago now. It was incredible. So I look forward to not only going and visiting there, but also seeing the great product that comes out of there.
You'll be there. You'll get interviewed, Jim.
I appreciate that. Hopefully you have somebody better to interview than me. But anyway, one of the things that, you were able to accomplish this during COVID. I mean, trying to open anything new or start something new is difficult. How has COVID impacted your industry and the station and things of that nature?
Yeah, COVID-19 really impacted all our industry, and because it affected greatly our businesses that we were serving, gyms, restaurants, and everything in the Southway was closed. And they were, most of them, clients of ours. And also we had clients who did promotions with the station constantly, like SeaWorld, Legoland, the water park, you name it, and not being able to gather those revenues, like, it was really hurtful to our business. And also, for instance, San Diego County Fair, they used to be with us every year, like with another TV stations. And for them to be closed, it meant a lot. And that was the damage that was caused to all in the Southway. But I'm pretty hopeful that pretty soon everything is going to be open. And I know we're not going to be opening to the same. Right now, I believe we're going to be more cautious on what we're doing and the way we're doing business. And I'm very optimistic that San Diego is going to start growing again and going back to these force that we have, that diversity makes, you know. We are the South Bay.
And you have a small but mighty team. How big is your team? And then how big of a team does Televisa have that's on both sides of the border?
Well, our team is really small. Our team, it's only 17 people, but we do many, many things. I mean, you'll be amazed. We are in many promotions that we organize or we used to organize in San Diego. And we had Cinco de Mayo at Old Town, December nights. Not at Old Town, I'm sorry, Cinco de Mayo at Balboa Park. We had December nights. We always participated with chambers in other events. And we're still the 17 people trying to go everywhere. And the station has over 100 people working there, but they handle 3 different networks.
Okay.
For Mexico, yes.
Yeah. Well, I commend you and your team. I mean, in the short time, I guess I've been here a little over a year now. Your team's made me feel tremendously welcome, also helped connect me with some amazing folks here in the community. And, you know, I look forward to continuing to work with you and your team, but I also want to thank you for your involvement community-wide. I don't think there's anybody that I hear more about on a daily basis, how involved they are and how much you do to help our community. So I want to thank you for that. And I also wanted to give you an opportunity. If there's anything you'd like to share that we haven't covered here, we'd love to hear a little bit more about everything you're doing.
You know, Jim, I love to share how thankful I am for South County EDC, because they have served our needs in all ways, you know, through information, connecting us, providing us. You know, COVID didn't stop the summit. COVID didn't stop our meetings. And you could see the contact with politicians, with higher people, you know, and you always speak about the developments in the South Bay first than anyone else. So if someone really wants to know what's going on in the South Bay, they really need to contact and become a member of South County EDC. You have changed the website and done a wonderful job, and you're serving this community, you know, and I applaud everything that you guys are doing. I'm so happy to be an honor to be part of South County EDC. You see the binational culture, you see the different ways that we have of minds and thinkings and the diversity, you know, you welcome that diversity, and I applaud you for that.
Well, I really appreciate that. It is a team, it is a family, and it's why I agreed to come here. I mean, when I first sat down with all of you and interviewed, you could tell that this group cared and they really wanted to see it done. So I appreciate that, and I really appreciate everything you and the rest of our board and everybody does. So I want to thank you for joining us today on We Are South County, and I look forward to continuing to partner and see great things. So thank you.
Thank you, Jim. An honor being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll give it a second.